Hello, love bugs, and welcome back to your new favorite show, Dear X One Last Thing, and welcome into 2026. Today is the first, and I feel so lucky to be able to share it with the best company in the whole wide world, you guys, the listeners. The adults really weren't lying. The older you get, the faster time goes, and I think that should really push us to live life to the fullest right now, right in this moment. As I always say, make life happen for you. Don't wait for it to happen to you. I feel like I've really learned to embody this since my breakup 6 months ago, and I hope I can carry this philosophy out to its fullest in 2026. In my first podcast episode ever that I put out in November 2024, I spoke on my own personal belief that the Western New Year's is a time to let go, to reflect, to shed, and our birthdays are really our personal New Year's where we could bring in new practices, new beliefs, new habits, things of that nature. For the last 3 years, I've operated with this belief system, using the end of December as a time to let go of things that do not serve me, and then spending the next 2 months to February, when my birthday is, as kind of like this stripped down version of myself, this more raw, just like hermit version of myself, and that's helped me filter out what I want to add in and what type of life I want to lead after February, and what's important to me and what do I really want to include into the next months of my life. Going about life in this way has made cultivating a new identity and lifestyle a lot easier and a lot more seamlessly, and it doesn't feel like you need to be a completely new person as soon as the clock strikes 12 on New Year's, which for me was an insane amount of pressure in the past, and this kind of takes the load off a little bit. I already shared my 2026 ins and outs on the podcast Instagram, but in short, the main theme that I want to take into 2026 is just taking up space. I want to let go of people and relationships around me where I feel like I can't completely be myself and share all sides of myself. As I've shared before, I think we have different friends for different reasons. And I'm not now arguing that you should be able to do everything with every single friend, but at the same time, I don't think it's helpful to have people in your close circle or have close relationships with people where you feel like you can't completely share your joy or your goals, or, you feel like you have to hide certain parts of yourself so you aren't made fun of or, side-eyed. And, I just wanted to include more close, supportive friendships. I want to let go of being scared, of being embarrassed, of being forgotten, being left out, being judged, being realistic. I want to kind of rid myself of feeling like I need to label myself or explain myself, if that makes sense. I could go into great detail about what taking up space means for me, but instead, I think it'd be way cooler if you just were able to see that change in me as you follow along with the podcast throughout 2026. I feel like, again, like since my breakup, I feel like it's kind of already been in motion. And even more so since the beginning of December. And now I think it's just a time to really take that momentum and build off of it. And I think the new year will just enhance the energy and the strength of that. However, enough about me. Now for the letters that you tuned in for. Before I start, I have to say a thank you to everyone that sent a letter in and made this vision come to life. I literally could not do it without you guys. I could not make this episode without you guys, and I so appreciate it. And I'm so happy to have such an amazing community and group of friends to support me and support my visions and my ideas like this. And it's more than I could ever ask for. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoy it. The first letter says, "Hi, you. So curious about everything right now. I just finished my first quarter of grad school, but by now you would have finished your first year, both there and at the hospital. I hope my passion has only gotten stronger. 2025 started off so strange. I know I felt like I was floating through life, but after graduating undergrad, starting to date the love of our life, starting grad school, June through December has been amazing. I hope all of 2026 feels like those last 7 months. Life is getting so serious now. I only hope it feels just as serious and even more exciting. Right now, I just finished Succession, still obsessed with Sims, and we're doing well on TikTok. Overall, I'm hoping 2026 felt like what life will feel like forever. Continued passion in your career and in school, continued peace and growth in your relationship, and happiness with where life is headed." To this sender, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, truly. I technically will be starting grad school pretty soon. I know I'm gonna blink and it's gonna be here. So this letter hit home for me. I feel like anytime I learn anybody that's in grad school, I just want to get all the advice I can from them and just listen to them speak for hours and get all of their advice, their insights, their everything. I know there's no way to perfectly plan for being in grad school, and I'm going to just learn the best as I'm in it. But congrats to you, and so proud of you to, be reaching your goals like this. I hope 2026 gives you everything you deserve and more. I hope your relationship gives you everything you ever wish for, and you feel like a princess in 2027. Thank you so much for sharing. Letter number 2. "Dear 2027 me, I hope this year you visit the people you love more. I hope you enjoy learning and trying new things. I hope you finally got that ring. But most of all, I hope that you've healed strained relationships or at least have healthily detached from people who do not serve you anymore. I hope that you're still a bad bitch. Mwah. P.S. I hope you've started that project that only exists in your dreams." To this sender, I know you're going to be a bad bitch. How could you not? I could feel it in my bones. You're going to be even better. And the world didn't even know that was possible. My advice to you, though, is self-confidence affirmations, abundance affirmations, self-love affirmations for self-love. And I feel like affirmations really changed how I viewed myself in the mirror. And they change your mindset before you realize it's even happening. All of a sudden, you look at life through a different lens. So, affirmations, if you want to, cut off certain relationships or empower other relationships, I recommend journaling. Journaling after you meet up with people, talk to people on the phone, hang out with people, just to have an accurate account for how that person or groups of people made you feel, so you could reflect on it later to see which relationships are serving you and which ones are draining you, because our memory plays tricks on us. Sometimes it downplays things, sometimes it makes things more dramatic, but when you write about it very soon after the event, you have like this unchanging recount of it. And I think that makes it easy for you to make hard decisions in the future. Last but not least, not that you were asking for advice, but my advice on the project that only exists in your dreams is, for one, start it. Definitely start it. Start it not ready. Start it not sure. Start it insecure. Start it not fully understanding how. Just baby steps, 1% better every single day. Some people, break it down into parts so that you're like tackling small goals instead of looking at this one huge picture and feeling like, wow, like how do I begin to even finish this? And then when you have like these smaller goals done one at a time, the finish line seems all of a sudden a whole lot closer. For some people, that's just going to feel like doing more work. It's going to feel like doing 4 things instead of just doing one big thing. So find what works for you, but don't keep putting it off. At the end of the day, think about how proud you'll be in 2027 when you knocked it out, instead of saying, dang, I wish I would have done that last year because I would have had so much more knowledge or confidence. Instead, now I've put it off one more year. But good luck to you. Thank you for sharing, and good luck in the new year. Moving on to letter number 3. This sender kept it short and simple. They wrote, take care of yourself. This is the only body you'll have. You better have made that doctor's appointment. You better be working out and taking those vitamins. You've been too stagnant. You haven't been taking advantage of your youth and your good health, and I hope you've snapped out of it and chose to move your body. This honestly is so real. I feel like for the last half of this year, I have cared more about my health than ever before in my life. And I think there's 2 parts to that. I think getting older, you realize that your mobility, your health is not as infinite as it feels when you're a kid. It really hits you that what you do with your body right now will have long-term effects. Like the habits you make right now have very serious effects on the quality of life that you'll lead when you're older. I think another thing, at least for me, is I think this is really the first time in a decade that I could really imagine myself getting old. For so long, I was living in a version of survival mode, just tackling the day ahead of me. And there was a time that I wasn't even sure. I was actually pretty sure I wouldn't make it to the age that I am now. And now I'm here. And everything's so different. And I'm in this space of creation and not survival. And that makes me want to plan for my future and preserve my health as best as possible. And it's made me very aware of what I ingest and how I treat my body. So if I could give this sender any advice, it would really just be so gentle with yourself. Understand that different people need different things. Understand that your body is resilient and you do have time to figure out what works for you. Don't compare yourself to anyone. I know that's way easier said than done, but just know that nobody's perfect. Nobody's habits are perfect. Nobody's eating habits are perfect. No one's workout plan is perfect. Everyone is just doing the best that they can. So just do the best that you can with the information that you have right now. And in the future, you'll have more information. You'll have more past experiences to go off of, and that'll help you improve. But be gentle to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Look into micro habits. I know at some point in my old podcast, The Love Bug Lounge, I talked a little bit about micro habits. All the knowledge I got was from the podcast, The Psychology of Your 20s. She has a really, really, really great early episode about micro habits. Beautiful. Of course, the book Atomic Habits is going to have everything to know about micro habits as well. But that helped me hold myself accountable with taking vitamins and working out and eating better. And then also what I learned from Atomic Habits is the brain is going to want to take the easiest route no matter what. So for me, just keeping my vitamins in my room instead of in my kitchen cabinet made me take them every single day. It was such a small change, but when they were in my cabinet, it was truly out of sight, out of mind. Now I keep them on my makeup counter and I take them every single day without fail until I decide to move them back in my cabinet, and then I'll forget about them for another week or month until I need to go get an Advil or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I should be taking these. This is why I'm so moody and my sleep is terrible and I feel lethargic. Good luck, my love. Be kind to yourself. Remember that you are eating better or taking vitamins or going to the doctors because you love yourself, not as punishment. Letter 4 says, Dear future me, I hope you feel better than you did a year ago. I hope you feel more confident, more successful, and happier. 2025 was a huge year for change and felt like an absolute tornado of feelings and hard decisions. I don't want to put too much expectations on this year, but I truly hope only the best for me and my future self. I hope my actions start to align with my goals and I make changes in my health and career. I hope I can look look back on 2026 and feel immensely grateful for myself and the things I have accomplished. I am so proud of me, and I cannot wait to see all the things I accomplished this year and in life. Heartwarming letter. I get it. I'm trying not to put too much expectation on 2026, but like I have this such intense feeling of just like amazing potential and opportunity. Like it feels thick in the air. Like I feel like it's just like such a heavy vibrating energy. Like I could touch it, I could grab it. And I think a lot of people are feeling like this. So I hope nothing but the best for us, starting February 17th. That's like the start of the Chinese New Year, which it's the year of the fire horse. And we just ended a year of the snake. I think it was a wood snake. Definitely, I feel like from the little bit I read about your letter and where you are in life, I think looking into that would be extremely helpful. And then on top of that, like we're leaving a year 9 and we're going into a year 1/10. So I don't know. I feel like that's something you need to hear right now. I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of clarity and confirmation for your future and for your goals. I'm sure you are doing amazing. I'm sure you're going to do amazing. And I'm really excited for these next 12 months. Thank you for sharing. Letter 5, the sender writes in, I'm currently managing a studio and working for myself, trying to get to where I want to be in life. 2025 hit me with the hardest battles, so many losses, and lots of starting over. Hopefully, when we look back, I can say, I'm finally out of fight or flight mode. P.S. Stop getting shaken espressos every single day. Ridiculous choice of addiction. Favorite song, still Ruby 2. Thank you for writing in. The espresso, probably not helping with the fight or flight, but don't feel the need to cut them out right away. Like, slowly but surely, you could phase it out. Baby steps. You have 12 months to stop getting shaken espressos every day. For me, also, getting out of fight or flight, I don't care how woo-woo it sounds, breathwork was a life changer. Breathwork was a lifesaver as well. And there's scientific reasoning and background to why breathwork works. That would be my recommendation. But I'm sure you're going to figure it out. I'm sure you're going to find your way. Good luck in 2026. Letter number 6 says, Dear me, I'm so proud of all your hard work and motivation. Congratulations on graduating. You've come so far, and I'm so excited for the next chapter of our life. You've really been taking time for yourself and making sure that you feel loved, which is the most important. Focusing on friends and family that make you feel safe is important. And you've been trying to read more books and succeeding. You have done and are doing so many things that you need to celebrate instead of criticize. It's time to travel and enjoy yourself. Leave the worrying and the stress for the next part. You cannot control the future, and it's inevitable. So why worry about it? This letter just really radiates so much love and light and sweetness. And I really hope that it sinks in that you are worth so much celebration. Like, it's so important to celebrate the small wins, the small goals, and see how far that you've come. I hope 2026 brings you so many blessings that you couldn't have even imagined for yourself. And I'm so excited to see how you succeed and how you surprise yourself. Thank you so much for sharing. Lucky number 7, one of my favorite letters that was sent in, reads, Hi, honey. Happy 27. How's our girl? Is she walking? Is she tall? Has her smile gotten bigger and bigger like her? How are you? Do you feel like you? Is your confidence what it was? Is it better than before? Throughout 2025, you showed more growth and perseverance than ever. I can only imagine the challenges you faced in 2026. But if I know you, you made it through with a smile on your face, and I hope the blessings you received outweigh any hardships. You're beginning the journey of a lifetime, and I hope you've savored every moment. I'm immensely proud of you now and always. Happy 2027. Here's to more life. Thank you for writing this in. Truly, thank you for finding the time to write this in. I wish you nothing but an abundance of goodness, safety, and fun for your family in 2026. If anything, seeing how you've overcome everything sent your way with such grace should bring you more confidence and more peace than ever. I know you are such a rare individual, and your friends feel very, very lucky to know you and to have you. And you are so easy to love and be around. And I'm so excited for your life and for your family's life. Sender 8 writes in, I hope you're still making your dreams come true. New York is so close now. I know you could taste it. I hope saying goodbye to the boys. I could definitely be wrong, but I think my ex wrote this in. I didn't think so when I first read it. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Because their favorite show right now is Heated Rivalry, and my ex wouldn't watch that. Okay, sorry for the holdup. But sender number 8 writes in, I hope you're still making your dreams come true. New York is so close now. I know you could taste it. I hope saying goodbye to the boys wasn't as sad as it seems like it'll be right now. Your first project is giving you so much success. I already see it. You're sticking to your healthy habits and it's showing. I hope you've become a little closer to your family, blood and chosen. Your favorite show right now is Heated Rivalry. Favorite albums are Chasing, Moving Trains, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, and Earworm. You got some shit going on with your car right now, but I hope by this time you've sold her and bid her a good farewell before parting. Life seems really hard right now, but I know you have and always will learn to prevail and push through adversity. You are talented, you are beautiful, you are loved. P.S. Grammy on the way, turn up. You sound so talented, so beautiful, so loved, and I truly believe whoever this is, you can do anything you set your mind to. And I hope New York is everything that you hope it to be. I hope you live it to the fullest. I don't want to say I'm jealous because that's such a negative connotation, but I hope at some point, whoever you are, we bump into each other when I decide to live there as well. I hope 2026 just is, it seems like 2025 was full of kind of a lot of hardship and lessons, and I hope 2026 is the celebration and the cake and the flowers that you deserve. It's going to be so interesting also you coming back to hearing like what media you're listening to, watching right now, and then comparing it. Like I love this project. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for writing in. Now for letter 9. And if you are listening to this right now, know that I saved your letter for letter 9 specifically because anybody close to me knows letter 9. Number 9 is a very special number to me. It is my lucky number, and this was the first letter that was sent in. So I wanted to put the first letter sent in with my lucky number because I want some of that luck to rub off on you, because this letter was sent in pretty immediate to me opening the Google form to submit letters for this New Year's project. And I truly just have so much love for I'm literally gonna cry. Like, I'm genuinely gonna cry. I truly just have so much love for everyone supporting me, but people that support me so early on, that find time in their day to just help make my dreams a reality. Like, oh, a million forehead kisses for you. Like, seriously, like, it really just puts me in the best mood. It puts me on cloud 9. I feel like I'm floating throughout my day. This letter was sent in damn near the same day that I posted about this actually being the thing that I decided to do for New Year's, for the New Year's episode. So seriously, just so much love to this person. But they say, I'm writing this letter to you a year from now, January 1st, 2027. This is for you and only you to see what progress you will have in one whole year. Your brain could not even wrap around how much you've changed, and the laughs, hugs, and love that you'll experience by the end of 2026. There may also be a bit of hardship, but such is life. What comes up must come down. You will learn to overcome the better of those times to get to be more mature as a part of it. You will learn new skills as you have done every year. Move on to bigger and better things, and will enjoy every moment of it because life is a gift we all must cherish. Remember not to lose your mind in the thick of it, and never under any circumstances feel that you are worthless or the need to overthink, because we don't need that noise. You are the best creative soul I ever knew. You are me and I am you. So kick back, relax, enjoy life as it goes by. Who knows? Maybe you'll win bigger than you ever dreamed of. Yours truly, you. Favorite movies are Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Tron Legacy, Drive 2011, The Matrix, and Pulp Fiction. My favorite music is Led Zeppelin, Avril Lavigne, Deftones, The Clash, Simon and Garfunkel, Guns N' Roses, The Who, The Smashing Pumpkins, and I could go on because music is life. Favorite shows are How I Met Your Mother and Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't watch much TV anymore, so more movies. So yeah. Finally, letter number 10, the last letter, but certainly not the least. Hey, it's been a minute since I wrote you from the past. Hope things are well, etc., etc. You know the deal. You feel it, don't you? The utter stillness with the occasional drop in the bucket. Terrifying and exhilarating. The possibility of plumbing potential hitherto unnoticed. In this moment, all I want to do is understand more. I've read and read and read, yet it still doesn't feel like enough, and that's scary. However, I'm beginning to understand the strings that control the system. Old tricks, propaganda pieces, dog whistles, all have this peculiar clarity that foments a nascent acuity within me. I'm more aware than ever, and as much realizing how little I know and how much further I need to reach. Strive and be still, my love. I'll have the sender know I may be an undergrad student that graduated, but I had to look up several of those words and how to pronounce them. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you expanding my vocabulary because that was on my 2025 ins list. Didn't do as much as I wanted to, so it got added to my 2026 resolutions again. And now I could say I've officially started. I felt like I should be reading this letter off of a yellow stained paper with some ink that was written in quill. It was really such a beautiful letter. And I appreciate you for writing in. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a listener. If I can give you any advice, it's to remember to be easy on yourself. Remember, joy is an act of rebellion. Laughter is an act of protest. Rest and work are equally as needed for change. You're already making such big changes in your life, in my life, in others. Also, remember the man that knows, something knows that he knows nothing at all and will never understand the mystery of life. And that's the magic behind it. I don't think we're supposed to understand it because what would be the fun? And I don't think we're supposed to fix it all either. I think that's why we have new generations to come. I think if everything was fixed, the world would end. And the world can't end because not everything's fixed. You know what I mean? I think that's why I think this is just my belief, but I do believe that the soul's purpose is to learn and to go through different lessons. And I think we're reborn in different bodies that teach us different things. And there's still so much for so many different souls to learn, which should give us hope because that means that human life can't end. You know what I mean? And remember that hope is such a powerful feeling and revolution could come at any time. Anytime. Sometimes at the most hopeless times, that's when the biggest changes are made. Innovation is sparked by need. So I really do believe in humans. I really do believe in humanity. I don't think we give humanity enough credit because of all the injustices that have happened and are still happening. But I'm just a glass half full girly. I do believe that people are beautiful, connection is beautiful, and really anything is possible when we put our minds to it, especially if we do it together. So I know you are a deep thinker and you are going to be a leader of change in some way, whether that's just in your community or if that's a more widespread change or widespread group of people. So remember to take it slow and there's always time. Thank you for writing in. Again, I know I've thanked every single one of you and I thanked you in the beginning, but I'm going to do it again. Thank you for everyone that sent a letter. Are you kidding me? You're the best. 10 letters. 10 people cared enough to take time out of their day to be a part of this project. I love that. And And 10, like, that just feels meant to be. Like, exactly 10. I love that. I got to include everybody. It didn't feel like too much. It didn't feel like too little. If you sent a letter in, congrats. You did at least one thing for your future self to look back on and to appreciate. You participated in something that you'll never be able to participate in again. A letter from your 2025 self to your 2026 self. Once in a lifetime opportunity. The new year going into 2027 will be so cool. I promise. Looking back on this will be so cool. I promise. I feel like I'm hyping it up too much, but I swear it's one of the coolest things ever. Like, I love these little time capsules. You will be so surprised, especially in your 20s. I feel like, 5 years of changes can pass in 3 months. So you'll be surprised how much you could change from one December to the next. I think the trick is to the coolness. Don't listen to this episode until then. You listen to it once, forget about it. Forget that you sent the letter. Forget about this episode. That's it. Doesn't exist until December of 2026. And I will post reminders about this episode. So believe me, I won't let you forget entirely. Just keep it so far in the back of your mind, lock it in a safe somewhere, and then you'll have this little awesome surprise for yourself. How exciting and fun. I can't wait to see where this year takes us. I'm telling you, I really just have, I don't want to jinx it, but like I feel like so energetic and energized over this next year. I really have this feeling of like anything is possible. I'm excited. My biggest, well, maybe not my biggest, but one of my resolutions is to get the podcast Instagram following to surpass my following on my personal account. To do so, I only need around 600 more followers. So if you'd like to be a part of making that resolution come true, feel free to follow the podcast page at Dear X One Last Thing. No dots, no underscores, nothing of that nature. And on the Instagram, you'll be able to be kept up to date about episodes to come. You'll see a little bit more of my life and my personality. Most importantly, though, if you look at the link in bio, you'll be able to submit letters of your own to have an episode completely based around you, your story, your exes. And it doesn't have to just be an ex relationship. It could be to an ex-best friend. It could be to anyone from the past. It could be to someone that's hurt you. It could be to a stranger that you flirted with in a bar. It could be to a deadbeat parent. It could literally be to anyone, and you could write as many letters as you want. This isn't a one and done deal. Folks, you know how many people in your past that there are? Write one to everyone. Seriously. Write your little heart's desire out. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before. You don't have to keep it anonymous. Like, I have this anonymous platform because I think there's a sort of comfort and safety in that, especially in a world where so much of our life is out there and we don't have very many spaces to kind of be hidden. But the world is your oyster, honey. If you want to name drop, by all means. Or if you're like trying to find someone and you only know their first name, the internet can make crazy things happen. Put their name out there. Or if you want to warn some girls about your ex, drop the name, drop the @ You could stay anonymous as long as you want, okay? So just some food for thought. Keep it as detailed or as broad as you want. I'm just the messenger, okay? So as always, if you've listened this far, consider liking, sharing, following along as said. In case you forgot, don't text your ex. Text me instead. Until next time, love, Mia Rose.